Howdy, hey folks. I'm Jesse with Team SodaKan. Alex is here, but he doesn't want to show his face, which is reasonable.
Filthy, I just got off work.
But that's besides the point. Alex is wanting to showcase the deck that he is looking forward to building with BT8 coming out. Go ahead and explain what we got here.
Alright, so it's a little bit of a weird deck, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're basically messing around with the blue and yellow armor forms and ultimately going to go up into like Chimeramon and stuff like that. So we'll get started with the babies here. I'm playing 5 babies. We're doing 4 of the Fremon, which is the new out of BT8. That's the one where if you have 3 or more security cards, your Digimon gets an extra 1,000. And then my 5th baby I'm doing is the BT4 Kilomon. And that inheritable is when you have 3 or fewer security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1,000 DP for the turn when you attack with it. Then we'll jump into our rookies here. I am playing 4 of the new BT8 Patamon. Its inheritable is at the end of your turn, you can DNA Digivolve this Digimon and one of your other Digimon in play into a Digimon card in your hand by paying its Digivolution, or the DNA Digivolve cost. Next we've got our new Vmon out of BT8. This is the on-play Vmon where you reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add a 2-color blue card from among them to your hand, and you put the rest at the bottom. A lot of the stuff that you're going to be finding in this deck will be 2-color blue cards, so this guy is going to grab a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and you're only playing this purely for the on-play sense. You can't even evolve it onto your babies.
Yep, it's purely for that on-play search, and then we're hardly running any of the traditional Vmon armor forms anyways, so it's what it is. And then we got 3 of the BT, what is that, 3, 5?
I believe 3.
Yeah,
3.
The BT3 Armadillomon. He's just, again, mainly for the Armadillomon name, but then he's also just a yellow rookie that we can evolve.
And then there's the new Armadillo.
Yep, the new Armadillomon out of BT8. We're playing this at 4 of. It is an on-play, reveal the top 4, add 1 2-color yellow card from among them to your hand, put the rest at the bottom. Again, most of the stuff that we are going to have will be dual-color yellow-blue. And there's a couple things in there that aren't, but you'll still be able to grab it because it is yellow dual color. So,
all right.
And he's also another Armadillomon name, so that comes in handy as well. And then the last rookie we're running is 2 of the Salamon out of the structure deck, and that's purely for the inheritable effect of at the end of your turn you can DNA Digivolve with it.
Okay. And then for the champions and mostly the armors at this point.
Yeah.
We have the 2 of Hasselmon. Thoughts?
This is just so we get another armor form Digimon in there. When attacking thing is going to be nice for, you're still going to find a lot of memory blockers in this upcoming format. I'm betting that there's still going to be a lot of guys running around with hybrid stuff still. This will help take care of some of that stuff as well with the Bokomons and Nemons and stuff like that. So... and again, it's just another armor form, so that'll help with some of the other stuff we've got going on too. So,
all right, and then moving on,
we've got the 4 of Submarimon. He is a 2 to Digivolve on top of your Armadillomons, which is nice. He's another armor guy. He's got the armor purge thing going on, and then when you Digivolve into him, you trash the bottom Digivolution of one of your opponent's Digimon, and then one of your opponent's Digimon with no sources gets minus 3k for the turn. So again, that is going to kill off a lot of those little memory blockers and stuff like that, and a lot of like rookie rush stuff and things. So
a very blue and very yellow thing to be doing.
It's a very blue-yellow card. Alright, going into it next, we've got Enjamon, the new one out of BT8. This guy is when you would Digivolve for your turn. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, you recover +1 with him. And then his inheritable is when attacking, if you've got 3 or more security cards, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to its hand. So you're going to get that bounce a lot because ideally you will evolve this guy into Shakuman, and you'll be getting recovery with a Shakuman, and we'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, we're running that at a 2 of. Then our last, I think it's the last one, right?
It is not the last champion.
The last one.
You are running a lot of champions.
I am running a lot of champions. So we're running one of Digimon, just because, again, you can evolve it for 2 on top of the Armadillomon. It's another armor Digimon, so you're getting the armor purge, and it's another armor form name. And then his when attacking, you're not going to get off a whole lot, just because it is when one of your opponent's suspended Digimon gets minus 3k for the turn. So that's not going to come off all that often, but it could come up. But I'm just running it at just a 1 of. And it also is another color that we're throwing in here too, which will come up in a little bit as well.
Yeah, and the entire reason why you only run this as the 1 of is because you can't traditionally evolve this on any of your other things other than Armadillomon.
Yeah, and even then that's only because it specifically states. So
yes, because of the special Digivolution requirements.
Yeah. Alright, now the last one. We're running Kilomon. This is the one where if you've got a blue Digimon in play, you reduce the play cost of this guy by 1, so he goes from a 4-drop to a 3-drop, and then his attacking inheritable is when you have a blue Digimon in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k DP. So it's, going back to that yellow thing of reducing all my opponent's stuff down to 0 and getting them rid of it that way.
Yep, and now your actual last level 4.
Does he really count as a level 4? I mean, he's Magnamon.
Technically.
He's unique. So yeah, Magnamon is awesome. We do have a couple Vmon in here, so we could potentially be evolving him on top of the Vmon, or, he evolves on both blue and yellow anyways, so even if I don't see the Vmon, you can still evolve into him pretty easily. He's got blocker, he's got the armor purge thing going on, and then he's got when digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon, and then it gets an additional 2k till the end of the opponent's next turn for each card with armor form that you have in your trash. So we run, I think it's 7 total armor forms?
Including the 2 Magnamons, it is at a grand total of 9.
9. So yeah, you're more than likely going to have 2 or 3 in the trash pretty early in the game, so Magnamon's going to get pretty big pretty quick, and so that's why he's in there.
All right,
jumping into our level 5s here, we've got Chimeramon, because Chimeramon is crazy, so he DNA digivolves for 0 cost from any level 4 and another level 4, and then when you evolve into him, you can put a level 5 or lower Digimon card from your trash under this guy, and then you get up to 4 of your opponent's Digimon lose 1,000 DP each for each of this guy's colors. So we are actually running, once you look at everything here, we actually got potentially 4 different colors. Well, I suppose 5 with another Chimeramon.
Technically.
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of colors in here, so you're going to be reducing by a whole bunch of stuff. And then he's also got your turn effect. This Digimon is also treated as having the colors of its sources as himself. And then if he's got 4 or more colors, he gets an additional 4k. So Chimeramon is kind of one of your main boss guys in here. Alright, and then jumping back into our other level 5 here is Shakuman. He DNA Digivolves for 0 from a blue and yellow level 4s. When you evolve into him, if you've got 5 or fewer security cards, you get a recover +1. And then when if you're DNA Digivolving into him, you return one of your opponent's Digimon whose level is less than or equal to the number of cards in your security stack back to your opponent's hand. So if you've got a full 6 security, you're bouncing a level 6. So this guy can really, really mess with people, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on him. We don't run any level 6s, so you're not going to get his inheritable off, so you don't have to worry about that.
I mean, with Chimeramon, we should easily get up to that 12k with the 4k power gain. White, it immediately counts as white, and then almost as long as you have Hasselmon or Digimon in its sources, you're basically just guaranteed at that point to get that 4-color requirement.
You can get it, but you're probably not getting it a whole lot of the time. So, like, it's just extra at that point.
Mm-hmm. All right. Options.
Right, options. We're going to go into, we're playing 2 armor texture. This is new out of BT8. Since we've got a lot of armor forms in this deck, we're not going to worry about color requirements. And even if we do worry about color requirements, we are running white Tamers and white Digimon, so we might get it off that way too if we're having a really bad go at it. But its main effect is you trash the top card of your Digimon that's got armor form in its traits. Then you digivolve into a different armor form from your hand.
And it doesn't even have to be a different one. It can be the same armor form.
Yeah,
just,
it's just
another armor form.
Another one. And then it unsuspends it. So that's the main thing. So you'll, attack, use armor texture, evolve into a different one, and then unsuspend and be able to attack again, sort of stuff.
And this is a very easy card to use to combo with, like, Magnamon and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then its security effect is you play a level 3 Digimon with free in its traits from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. So
and the immediate one is
we've
like
got the Vmon. Armadillomons are also free.
And I believe Patamon is a data.
Yeah, Patamon's data, and then Salamon is something else.
Vaccine. I believe Hawkmon also counts as a free.
Hawkmon's free, and then if you start getting into the other, like, level 4s, you got XV, Sting, and then I think all of the armors are all free.
Yeah.
So
everything that I don't know if the Pata or Sala armors count as free, but we don't have to worry about that till BT9.
Yeah.
So anyway, armor texture, crazy card.
So yeah, armor texture really good. Other option we're running in this is Disaster Blaster, another new one out of BT8. Its main effect is one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k DP for the turn. And if you got a Digimon in play with 2 or more colors, or with 2 or more colors in one of its sources, one of your opponent's things gets minus 6k DP instead. So again, this is just tying back in with the whole deck being dual color, and then you're just reducing DP like crazy with this deck.
I also love that with this, it does include cards in the sources and not just the thing on top. That can be an issue in other decks that would want to run this.
Yeah. Alright, running into Tamers, you got Best Boy Davis, memory setter, and then reveal top 3, add 1 blue, 1 green. So that's going to grab a majority of the deck because it's either dual color or...
Yeah, it's either blue, and we do have the 1 green option that if we hit it, it feels so nice.
Yeah, so that'll be grabbing a lot of stuff. And again, it's just a memory setter is always good to have, and I think this is better than some of the new options that we had for it. So... jumping into the Digimon Emperor. I think we're running this at a 2 of?
Yep.
So he is... All turns when one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon is deleted, suspend this Tamer and draw 1. All of this deck is... wait, no, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. When one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon is moved from the breeding area to their battle area, gain 2 memory. So... there's going to be a lot of times where this is going to go off, where you're going to be taking out a lot of level 5 things. Again, you're doing a lot of DP reduction here, so this is going to trigger off a lot.
And also the opponent's thing is you are essentially forcing your opponent to have to play around this, especially if you're able to memory choke them. Mm-hmm. Digimon Emperor is a card to not sleep on. I don't know if you should necessarily be worried about it in the upcoming format, but don't sleep on it if you don't have to. Just don't sleep on this. And then the final card for the deck.
The final card, we're running 2 Cody. So his deal is at the start of your main phase, if you've got a yellow Digimon in play, you gain a memory, and then during your turn when one of your Digimon with 2 or more colors attacks, you can suspend this guy to give one of your opponent's Digimon minus 2k for the turn. So again, you're getting a little bit of extra memory at the beginning of your turn, which never hurts, and then you're just doing more DP reduction. So that's kind of the main theme for this deck, is getting back to what I would say the traditional yellow thing of just getting rid of your opponent's stuff by deleting their DPs. So, I don't know. It's an armor purge deck, but it's not like your typical armor purge spam thing. The direction I'm taking it is quite a bit different, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun to mess with, and I think I can definitely catch a lot of people off guard with it.
Yeah, I do think it's a very fun take on the armor purge deck. But hey, I digress. That's going to be the end of the video. Would you like to do the outro since I'm bad at them?
Yeah, just like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this list, if you've got anything you'd like to change or anything like that. And we'll talk to you next time. See ya.